to make a good start. They're showing every inch of their determination to make that good start with the way they're warming up on this green lap formation circuit. Tyres So Declan Nolan leads the field around through the deer leap, and they'll shortly be lining up and ready to go. Accompanying Declan Nolan is Ben Winrow, number 121 on that front row. 20 minutes to race.
This is another 20-minute race. There you go. And leading away is the 121 car of Ben Winrow with Declan Nolan going through in second place. Somebody dropping all the way back. It's a split grid this, and here comes this second grid, the classics it'll be, and they are led by 174 Mark Nohara and 182 Matthew Willoughby. And somebody pulled off, somebody very slow on that first grid, the line reading the car, pulled off down the avenue.
Yes, and that's split grid, very visible to see. 10 and 11 missing on the grid. So as you were saying, Mike, 182 Matthew Willoughby on row 12. 174 Mark Noah next to him on that on the first of the second slot, if you like, of from that split grid. And they're chasing now the front pack, and that front pack is being led by number 121 Ben Winrow, who got stolen march on the pole man Declan Dolan. So here they come, through they come, and it is in fact Declan Dolan who's got the lead back, coming through Knickerbrook from number 121 Ben Winrow. So those placings are as they were on the grid. Declan Dolan having regained position on this first circuit. And with that split grid very much visually evident, those 12 to 16 come through, and it's as they were. 182 Matthew Willoughby leading the way as they, in sequence and in procession, move their way up the hill. Well, those first two should shortly be with you, Ben Winrow and
they're coming through. It's Ben Winrow and Declan Dolan going through ahead of number 417 Kevin Barrett. Behind that is 104 Kim Raymond. And then we wait for the second grid to come through.
And as they stream down the avenue and turn left through Cascades, those first three really starting to stretch out now.
Here's our second group of runners. Still 182 in the lead. Matthew Willoughby, Peter Tassel in second place. Behind him, number 174, which is Mark Nohara. Car 101, the race leader, says your transponder is not working.
So that's second grid. Now streaming, swooping left through Cascade. Really marching on down opposite next to the lake. The sun's still shining. What a great sight that is. Let's keep our fingers crossed, everyone. So our leader comes down into the Knickerbrook complex, and it is number 101 still continuing to lead the way from number 121 Ben Winrow. So Declan Dolan leads the way. Number 117 in third place, Kevin Barrett holding that third place, and quite a gap then to the fourth spot. So just on his own at the moment, the third place man, with Declan Dolan and Ben Winrow just starting to pull out a bit of a gap between the rest. Car number 92, Tom Wood, coming through. He's one of the back markers of this grid, the first slot on the grid. And here come our second grid sitters, and it is being led by number 194. It is actually 194, Peter Sattersall, who's leading the way, just starting to eke out a little bit of a...
And that gap at the front of the field coming down, it is 0.277. Declan Dolan in the lead though, with the Ben Winrow in second place, and Ben Winrow set the fastest lap at 1:56.660. Still in third place, but a little way down now, 4.5 seconds down is number 117, which is Kevin Barrett. Behind him is number 111, Tony Bryant, and then close battle behind between Kim Raymond, 104, and 125, Matthew Walton.
Yeah, and Declan Dolan and Ben Winrow visibly starting to leave the rest behind now. Nothing between those two.
And here's our second race, led this time by 171. Graham Smith, the winner last time here at Oulton Park, and Matthew Willoughby in second place.
So the first grid sitters are now out of sight, as the second grid slots are now streaming their way through Cascade. Nobody really trying to take a position ahead of them in that second slot. But without a doubt, number 121, Ben Winrow, still pushing very hard behind Declan Dolan at the head of the field, and then that gap to Toby, to our second place man, and then the third place man, and then a bit of a strung out field then, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. In fact, the rest of the field just starting to get strung out now as Declan Dolan and Ben Winrow really take the reins and push forward and push on. Car number 156 coming through, Tom Mayhem. He was the penultimate man on row 9 of those first grid sitters, but he's just dropped back a place, so he is now 18th of that first of those.
And the leaders side by side, and we have got a new race leader going into, I think, 121 there. Ben Winrow has taken the lead. Right now, we've got a 10-second penalty for 151. That is the other Winrow in the Sigma class, Robert Winrow. He's got a 10-second penalty, so that will be applied to the timing screen.
Well, that gap continues to open between our first two and the rest of the field, and there's still nothing between them. Declan Dolan, car 101, and car number 121, Ben Winrow, nothing at all between them. It's neck and neck as they've gone out of sight now up towards the Shell Oil hairpins. The second grid now streaming through.
Yeah, no change in the order in that second battle.
Well, here they come. Those first two, Declan Dolan and Ben Winrow, are at first and second spot on the front row of the grid. And as they come through here, turn right-handed, number 121, Ben Winrow has the lead from Declan Dolan. Well, they've exchanged already the lead several times in this race, as they almost touch each other going up under the Oulton Park footbridge. Another super race here at Oulton Park on the first day of competitive racing. Great to see number 108 coming through here in the middle of the field of that first grid, Neil Sturgis. Lots of big race, Neil Sturgis, but still going well. Car number 57, then 106, Mark Jones. Ahead of him, car number 57, Harry Senior. There were four places between those guys on the grid, but they are one place behind each other at the moment during the race.
And 101 in the lead, Dolan then from Winrow, so not managing to hold on to that lead. Barrett goes through in third place, and then Bryant in fourth place. As you say, the field dropping behind them. The gap between second and third is now just over 7 seconds.
Well, Peter Tattersall just looking as though he was leading this second bunch. Maybe he'll be able to confirm that, Mike. Peter Tattersall, he was third. College is fourth on the second grid sitters.
And the second group, it's still led by Peter Tattersall. and then number 171 Graham Smith is now in second place with 172 Robin Webb. He's a former Legends man. Vegetarian shoes, he makes vegetarian shoes.
Well, here our leaders come through Knickerbrook, and coming down into Knickerbrook, number 121 Ben Winrow was looking left, right, left again to see if he could get past Declan Dolan, but no way past coming in or through Knickerbrook, and still they are almost touching as they go up Clay Hill, and third, fourth and fifth place staying as they were. There was a change of position there, I think, between third and fourth place as they went under the bridge. Car number 108, Neil Sturgis in front of me again. He's all on his own. He makes his way up Clay Hill. The next man behind him, quite a gap to car number 57, Harry Senior. Car number 54.
Still this cracking battle for the classics with 1-2-1 back into the lead. Now he wasn't in the lead on the line, so Ben Winrow from Declan Dolan, but they're really having a cracking battle. Again, they are still pulling away from third place man, number 117.
Yeah, visibly pulling away all the time from 117 Kevin Barrett. Number 194, car number 194 in our second grid. Peter Southern Soldiers having a little moment here down at Knickerbrook, going straight on rather than through the chicane. Just beautifully weaving in and out of the red and white plastic barriers, and on he goes up the hill. This track beautifully dry now.
Some cracking little battle further down the field. The other Winrow 151, Robert Winrow, having a close battle there with 156 Tom Mayman. They're both in the same class. Next through should be the classics.
Well, here we are, our leaders. 121, it is Ben Winrow who leads the way now through Knickerbrook and up the hill from Declan Dolan. What a battle this is. What a battle. That lead has changed hands more than several times. It really is quite a race. Number 117, Kevin Barrett, continues to hold third place, all on his own in third place there. Slight gap then to fourth place, and then a larger gap then to 104 in fifth place, Chris Raymond. I haven't really spoken about Chris, but he's starting to make a little bit of ground, certainly holding his place.
Yeah, an accountant making up the numbers. Robin Webb leads the classics from number 171, Graham Smith, man, the pharmaceutical man. Robin Webb should, Graham Smith should go well. He's done the Cresta run in the past, and
should be
side by side as the two leaders go past us. Dolan from Winrow. Winrow gets back. Dolan leads across the line and Winrow gets him at Old Hall corner. Well, that's no good on the last lap. 9 seconds is the gap they have over third place man Kevin Barrett. Barrett, the risk manager from Grays.
Yeah, very much on his own at the moment. Yes, the two front leaders out ahead of him, and then fourth place man quite a way behind. Number 156 screeching through Knickerbrook, Tom Mayhem, who was the penultimate man on the first of the grid sitters. 177 coming through. That's Trevor Harbour. He was on row 15. He laid 29th spot on the grid. So several cars there, fairly bunched up, having just left your site and now making their way left through Cascades as they start to just have a little bit of a gap between them, moving up the lakeside, but no such gap between our two leaders. 121 Ben Winrow continues to lead away from Declan Dolan. Still nothing in it, and now Declan having another look. No, just as it was, Ben leads away from Declan Dolan. What a race.
And a change in the classics. Graham Smith just managed to get himself across Robin Webb. Webb led across the line, but Smith got him going into Old Hall corner, just like the main race, or the first part of the race, should we say.
The green car of 104, Chris Raymond going through there. He was fourth. My apologies, he was sixth on the grid, on row 3. Car number 57, the white car of number 56, 57 just coming through here.
And the leaders this time, 101, Declan Dolan across the line from Ben Winrow. So they maintain positions going into Old Hall Corner, which is a change. And still through in third place, it's the number 117 car of Kevin Barrett.
Yeah, and Ben Winrow not really able to push Declan Dolan there, coming through Cascades, as they just maintain that little bit of daylight between them, not really being able to keep as close as he has been at various parts of this race. Well, a few coming down into Knickerbrook now, and we can hear the screeching of the tyres. Not an inch being given by any of these drivers. 171 from 172, 171. Graham Smith from Robin Webb leading that bunch through Knickerbrook. Next little bunch, number 176 is through, Mark Carter. Couple of cars coming down, and those two cars are our leaders. So spread out now this field.
We wait for the classics. You take the leaders through.
Declan Dolan still leads the way from Ben Winrow, so our pole position man, and just edging to the right and having a look under the Oulton Park Bridge. Ben Winrow, will he have gained that lead by the time they get to Druid through the dear lead?
Right, here comes the classics, and this time it is 171 Graham Smith that leads from Robin Webb, but Mark Navarro has closed right up on them and a challenge for second place in that little battle. So two cracking races within one race here.
Absolutely, doesn't get much better than that. 2 in 1. Both crackers, as you say. Car number 108, Matthew Carpenter. He's just made his way through.
Declan Dolan from Ben Winrow completes 8 laps, and there are 4 minutes remaining on the clock.
So 4 more exciting minutes, and the first major part of this race has been outstandingly exciting in both categories, both grids, as our 2 leaders are not side by side, but almost touching each other. And whoever that was in second place, who was it? It was Declan who was still leading, wasn't it, when they came past?
Yes, it was. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Ben switched to the right, had a look, and he really looked as though he was going for that top spot as they disappeared out of sight. Going to be really interesting and exciting to see them as they come down next time to Knickerbrook. So our next cluster of cars come through. Those screeches of the tyres again. Through the gears they go. As they now accelerate. Car number 171 it is. Still Graham Smith from car number 172. Robin Webb. Those two continue to lead that bunch. Up the hill they go. Number 156 just trailing that other group. Car number 156, Tom Mayman.
We're waiting for the classics to come through.
So positions as they were as they for our 2 front runners as they come through Knickerbrook.
Here come the classics, and it is 171 Graham Smith that leads from 172 rather. Robin Webb, Mark Navarro in third place in that little battle. And here come our race leaders overall, Declan Dolan, Ben Winrow, and they're going to be catching the leaders of the classics very shortly, with 2 minutes remaining on the clock.
So the next little bunch come through, 116 and 106. Number 116. That's Mark Harrison from 106. And that was Mark Jones. Now a cluster of 3 through 92, 151 and 48. 91. Well, just looking to my right, those front runners, very front runners, shortly be coming into view. Very spread out, and as you say, Mike, those 2 front runners, Declan Dolan and Ben Winrow, will be starting to catch, and that is visibly the case here. So 171, it is leading the way in the Classics, Graham Smith, and here are two leaders come through. 101, our pole position man, Declan Dolan, from Ben Winrow, 121. So those great positions maintained. The race position has swapped around. So eager to know just how this finishes, but we are awaiting our next car through here. This is number 108.
And the change at the in the Classics is 171 Graham Smith, Martin Harrow, and then it is 194, the next man through.
Well, it's looking to me as though our two front runners are in amongst the leaders of the second grid, very much so, and it looks as though they were carving their way through very smoothly indeed. Some great driving there from all concerned as our two front runners, Declan Dolan and Ben Winrow, make their way through the leaders of the second grid. The leaders of the second grid are out of sight now. They're up towards the shell hairpin. They'll shortly be back into view.
I think we're on the last lap, Lord. It's sort of hanging limply in a marshal's hat. I think he held it out to them.
How these positions have changed physically, because I almost had a clear track to the left and right of me and in front of me, but all of a sudden our leaders, who have seamlessly weaved their way through the leaders of the second grid, are now in front of me. 101 from 121. Declan Dolan leads the way from Ben Winrow. Car number 171 Graham Smith still leading the way for the Classics, with a pack of three behind him from the Classic grid. Car number 117 coming through. All the ones, 111. That was Toby Bryant. He, of course, was third on the grid at the start of the race on row 2. Car number 104, Christopher Raymond, another through. Well, they'll shortly be with you. Great race. And who will it be? Declan Dolan or Ben Winrow?
Let you know, and across the line they come. It is the 101 car, Declan Dolan, Ben Winrow, and long wait before we have third place man in that battle, and it is the 17. That's the Classics. 171. 117 third, and in the Classics it's Graham Smith wins that from 174 Martin Harrow, and in third place in the Classics it's 194 Peter Tassel. Robin Webb dropping down into fourth place there after he had led for most of the race. So another cracking race.
But they were just too quick today.
Going to do anything about it later on?
Probably not. No, it's my first podium, and I only started racing last year, so it's a special one for me. Just third's good, and we'll work from there.
You've got to do your own presentation. Collect a hat, third place.